Andrew Peacock, welcome to Alive Photo.
Hey, thanks, Paul. It's great to be here.
Tell me about a specific time in the field with your camera when you thought, man, I'm really alive right now.
Everyone else was asleep, and I found myself on the fast ice, away from the ship, in this incredible mauve, purpley, pink light on my own with my camera. And I did photograph, it's true, but actually it just took some time to sit on the ice. There was no other wildlife around me. The ocean to one direction, the ice in the other direction, and this gorgeous, gorgeous light. And moments like that, you know, whether photographic or otherwise, are times just to savor and sit and wonder at the world that we live in and the places that you can get to. So it was photographically informed in terms of why I was there, and I was taking some photographs, but it was just an amazing time.
Huh. And so is your medical work? Tell me a little bit about that.
I've been doing what we call locum work here in Australia. I work in emergency departments and also as a family physician. But I just take short-term contract work, which gives me the freedom to travel, really. It stands me apart, I guess, from other photographers. It gives me an option to be involved in expeditions where I can perhaps bring two skills to the situation. I can be the doctor or I can be a photographer. On a trip a year ago, it was a relatively infamous trip. I was on a ship that went to Antarctica that actually got stuck in the ice. I was the doctor for the ship and I was part of the expedition team. And as a result of getting stuck, of course, there was a media interest, and by default I became the photographer that documented what was going on and wow. You know, sent those images to agencies and that sort of thing. So that was certainly a trip where there was a combination of medicine and photography.
How would you phrase, I guess, your style?
I've described it a little bit before as opportunistic. By opportunistic, I mean I don't very often have a particular plan in mind. I'm not someone who's consulting the latest app to tell me where the sun's going to be at what time, so that I have to be at the spot to shoot that. And I'm not very good at going back to places repeatedly either. I tend to keep moving in life. It's not a matter of, see this, tick it off or anything like that. But I'm very aware of the fact there are so many places that I want to get to and want to see and want to experience.
If you had to pick one image to hang on your mantle at home of your own, what photograph might you put up there?
I was leading some kayaking actually with a private group that was on a ship that they chartered to go to Antarctica, and a really inquisitive minke whale started swimming around the kayaks, and then suddenly turned and started heading straight for me and straight for the kayak that I was sitting in. So it went directly underneath me and only by about a foot underneath the hull of my kayak, and just took probably, I think, 3 frames as it cruised underneath me. It was very cool.
What's sort of your vision for where you're headed with your adventurous photography?
Well, there's a number of different avenues. For me, I'd like to get more involved with education for sure, and the idea of doing photo tours is appealing. I'd like to be involved much more with assignment work, which is not something that I've really been involved with much, and that's, I think, partly because, say, particularly here in Australia, people do know me as a doctor, and to some degree I'm, a photographer on the side, and perhaps I'd like to switch that around a bit and be the photographer and I do medicine on the side.
Sure. Andrew, thanks so much for taking some time to inspire and share your adventurous photography and passion with us here today.
Hey, no worries, Paul. It's been nice to be involved. Thank you.